Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial on how to personalize your platform Delos. Today we're going to see the different personalization aspects of 5 applications: Assistant, Explorer, Docs, Mail, and Calendar. They all have exactly the same system, so I'm going to show you an example on Docs, but you're going to see it's exactly the same way how to use it, how to create it, how to share and modify it on every one of these other 5 applications that I have cited. Today I'm going to first show you how to use it, and then after we're going to see together how to create your very own prompt and template. The whole idea behind these prompts is that for those of you who know how to use AI, who like to use AI, you don't have to repeat yourself every time when you have big, long, complicated prompts. But it's also for you guys to share it to your right teams in your organization so that everyone can take, enjoy, and use AI in the best way possible. So first, what do these look like and how to use them? The example that we're going to take are on Docs. Once again, it's going to be the same for any one of your applications. I have here a collection of documents. I'm going to start a new collection and I'm going to show you that. First of all, as usual, you have the option to chat with the documents, and you have, with this little button prompt here, the option to select one of your prompts. So if I click, for instance, on financial information extraction, I'm going to have the whole prompt that's going to be charged here with the system of variables. These variables, we're deep dive into it later, but it's the key point of how to create good prompts. So for instance, if I want to examine these financial documents that I have on the side, I have maybe a dozen or so, I'm going to want their cash flows, their expense analysis, and let's say I do not want a table format. Send and let Docs answer. As you can see, in just a few clicks, I have a whole prompt that's quite complicated with a system of variables. It's going to allow me to use that prompt over and over again and adapt it every time it's going to be useful. Now, this is going to take a few moments. It's not the objective of today. We're going to continue on the prompts. So now that we know how to use it, let's see how to create our own prompts. All the magic happens in the library. That's where you're going to personalize every different element of the platform, and of course the 5 applications: Assistant, Docs, Explorer, Calendar, and Mail that I have mentioned. As you can see on Docs, we can find the financial information extraction that we have mentioned right here. Now, how do you create a prompt like this one? What's very important to understand when it comes to creating these prompts is a system of variables. The system of variables is something that's going to allow you to create exactly what we have created. For instance, this checklist that I'm going to be able to choose, or this radio that I'm going to be able to select. Now, what I'm going to want when I create my prompt is to be very specific, to describe what I want. When that means, I'm going to say the objective and I'm going to explain what types of variable I'm going to want to have. Now, what variables could I want? The variables that I'm going to have are these ones, the variable natures. I have these 6 ones that are going to be inline text, block text, selects, checkboxes, radio, and code. So select and block text, as you can see, it's literally the fact of being able to write elements in a box. Same thing for block text, except it's a bit bigger and going to adapt to the size of your text. Select allows you to select an option amongst a hidden list of options, 1, 2, or 3. Checkboxes allows you to select multiple options in a list. Radio allows you to select one option amongst a visible list. And finally, code is for you to analyze and deposit code. These are the only 6 variables that you're going to want to remember. Once you have noted these 6 different types, all you have to do is tell what you want. So going back to my Docs, if I want to recreate this financial information extraction, I'm just going to describe it. I want a prompt that allows me to extract financial data from reports, ... with one variable, and I'm going to say in checkboxes, so defining the nature of the variable for the type of information that I want, and one variable in select, once again the nature, for whether or not I want a table format answer. As you can see, I have defined the objective and the nature of the variable every time. Now, if I launch the generation, all I'm going to want is to see how it's going to generate. As you can see, extract the financial data from the given report, focusing on the different type of information. Please provide the data in a table format or in a text format. So as you can see, I have been very specific. He has given me the right nature of variables that I have wanted. Once I have arrived to this first result, maybe I want to improve it. Maybe I want to enhance it and add different elements or change them. So I have this little button, improve, and I can enter instructions exactly in the same way. Let's say add 3 options for the information types. So I give the objectives and I tell him what to change, which variables, and add another variable for whether or not I want a graphic for the answer with the data extracted. And once again, improve, generate, and he's going to do exactly that. As you can see, he has added 3 options in the variable and added a new option, indicate whether a graphical representation is required, yes or no. I have my prompt that is ready. And if I go back to docs, right here, and back to the collection I have analyzed right before, launching a new conversation, we're going to find the answer that has been generated since. And in my prompts, I have a new prompt, which is financial data extraction that we have created together. Now you have the option to create exactly the same prompts for the assistant, for Explorer, for Mail, and for Calendar, of course, describing what you want each time. Now what's going to be interesting is to see how you can share these to your different teams. So back in the library, back in Docs, as you can see, all my prompts are private, but the one I have just created, maybe I want to right click on it, share the prompt, and share to the team, maybe tutorials. If I share it, everyone in that team is going to have access to it and be able to use it. I can even go further and allow them to edit the prompt. And here they're going to even be able to edit it. Be careful, if one edits a prompt, it's going to be edited for everyone. Maybe if you enjoy the prompt, but it's not quite what you want, what you wish, you also have the option to duplicate the prompt, in which case you're going to have a new version of it back in your private area. And there you can improve it, change some element, adapt it to your needs. Now, that's it for the explanation on how these prompts works. Please be free. If you have any questions, you have the button to contact us, bottom right of the screen right here. We'll be glad to answer it. And you're going to have tutorials for every one of the applications on the platform where you have found them. Enjoy the rest of your day.